Oh, mama. Hey, welcome back to the pork series. This is episode number 2. In the Philippines, if you are just joining us, we absolutely love pork and we use it in a variety of ways and in a variety of dishes. And none is as emblematic as lechon. Everyone's heard about lechon from all over the world. People really appreciate this dish. There are some variations of this dish around Asia as well and around the world. It's basically our way of doing kind of like a very slowly roasted pork over live embers, usually outdoors, in some sort of way that you can kind of turn the whole hog. You can't do that obviously in your house, but there's a way to do it in your house that resembles the flavor, gives you that same satisfaction. Obviously, if you had more space and a huge garden, then I would definitely recommend doing it outside. But I'm talking about doing a lechon belly roll. So using just a beautiful slab of lechon belly. So if you haven't been to Landers in a while, they have a new selection of fresh pork products, which are absolutely amazing. And I usually like to make them cool it and give them a call and ask them exactly what I need. All right, let's start. Really simple. Very, very few processes here. Red onion, a couple of cloves of garlic, and then you're gonna get 3 stalks of lemongrass. To make sure that the flavor is properly put in, we're not gonna put them in all in one side. I'm gonna flip one like this so that both sides of the pork has some lemongrass flavor. Next, I have some leeks here. All I'm gonna do is cut this sideways. And I really appreciate spicy food, so I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 red chilies, slit them right down the middle, and all this will basically be our stuffing. Take my pork belly out, and I'm gonna start by making sure we put a lot of flavor and salt and pepper in here. Rub it all in, and then we're gonna let that sit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, and we're gonna go ahead and add our other aromatics. So leeks, red chili, some cloves of garlic, and some of my red onion. The way we're gonna roll this is not one big roll. We're gonna try to get a couple of folds, so you wanna spread that out as much as you can, but obviously make sure not to overstuff it. And then lemongrass. Let's see if that works. Just like that. Now all we have to do is tie it all up together. Then we're gonna go ahead and place that onto a roasting rack here. I've improvised a little one for you. And the important part is that you have some breathability in the bottom, so you can make sure that you can actually roast the whole thing around rather than just having one part of the pork that's touching a solid surface and kind of steaming rather than being crispy and roasted. So I'm gonna go ahead and baste this with some canola oil. So I'm just using the excess of the lemongrass. That smell is absolutely amazing. You can use these tops for like syrups, for teas, for so many things, so just make sure you don't throw them away. I'm gonna use this here as a basting brush throughout the whole cooking process. Make sure to get the other side as well. And all that goes into the oven for about 2 hours before we see it again at 350 Fahrenheit. It's been a long 2 hours. So now I'm gonna take it out, brush it with some milk. It's looking really nice. That skin is holding up nice and tight. And I'm gonna use the same brush and just put some milk on top of it. And then this goes back in for 30 minutes. Oh, mama. That looks absolutely beautiful. Let's test the sound. Nice and hollow the way you want it. Let's just cut these off as carefully as we can without breaking anything. All right, that's our lechon belly here. We're gonna take some nice shots before we carve it up. That's your like lechon lechon skin. It's not as hard as you would have like a nice crispy lechon when it's really slow cooking on some embers, but it's pretty close. Had a nice sound a while ago. It's nice and crispy. That crunch is everything. Look at my hands. That's what you want. Thanks for watching, guys. This is an absolute delicious recipe. It's like 6:30 p.m. We've been shooting all day. We're absolutely hungry as anything, so we're gonna eat this with some white rice, and it's gonna be a good day. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out.